Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon Perna, and even though nobody asked for it, I am bringing you a list of the 10 players heading into this year's NFL draft with the worst possible names. It's not just that their names might be funny or strange, but in terms of practicality, these names will keep them from having success in the NFL. That is a fact. That's Good Sports. I know your question. Yeah, I do have the 10 best draft names. That video was posted yesterday, so feel free to check that out. Let the countdown begin. Number 10, Joseph Noteboom, offensive tackle, TCU. I'm sorry, Joseph, there's nothing wrong with your name, but you are destined to be a writer with the last name Noteboom. And not just any writer, my friend, the world's best bomb threat writer. Oh wait, what's this I see here? A note! Someone has left me a note. What does it say? There's a bomb in the building. Boom. You just got note boomed. It's dumb, I know. Number 9, Boise State linebacker Leighton Vander Esch, aka the George Costanza of the 2018 NFL Draft. There is no way Leighton Vander Esch is a real name. Just like George Costanza's alias, Art Vandelay. The only thing more fake than Vander Esch's name is the video editing department at the Idaho Statesman, where I found Vander Esch's pro day with horrendous audio quality.
We're a special breed here at Boise, I feel like, and it's just the coaches have done a tremendous...
Guys, that's literally a fix that can be done in less than a minute. Watch.
Job
Shitty audio
for the next
fixed
step,
audio.
next level. So it's just taking everything that they have in to say. And
see, now you can actually hear Leighton Vander Esch talk about what he learned by getting his degree in fake architecture at Boise State. Number 8, worst draft name, Tim Settle, defensive tackle, Virginia Tech. Yeah, we had to settle. Literally, we settled on Tim Settle in the draft. Tim Settle is a 6'3", 335-pound defensive tackle, which means Tim has never settled for anything less than 3 full plates of dinner. My last name should be Settle. Settling is the only way I was able to convince my wife to marry me. Sure, there are better options out there, but do you really want to take the time to look? No. In fairness to Settle, he may go top 5 in terms of defensive tackles taken off the board, so he's actually pretty damn good. Number 7, Trent Tanking, linebacker, Kansas State. The only thing worse than settling for a guy in the draft is selecting the kind of player who will tank your team. Kansas State linebacker Trent Tanking should have played basketball, and he should have entered the NBA 2 or 3 years ago when the Sixers were still tanking their seasons. The only way tanking is a good last name to have is if this is your primary form of transportation. Otherwise, once you're inevitably cut from the NFL, you'll end up like all of these guys, modeling ugly, shitty tank tops, aka tanking. The list is getting hot. Number 6, Byron Pringle, wide receiver, Kansas State. K-State's recruiting strategy? Find guys with terrible football names. Now, don't get me wrong, Byron is a great first name. It makes me think of the noble poet Lord Byron. Yes, see the nobility there? See how noble Byron can be? Now shove a can of fucking Pringles in his hand. It just doesn't fit. Half poet, half potato chip spokesman. He needs to combine names with Joseph Noteboom, Byron Noteboom, and become the best poet bomb threat writer on earth. Oh, what's this? Another note. I wonder what this one has to say. Roses are red. Violets are blue. Don't turn around. There's a bomb right behind you. Ah, no! Byron Noteboom! At it again! Ah. Now, if you look at his official draft profile, it says, Pringle garnered first-team all-conference notice for his return skills, finishing 7th in the FBS with 28.7 yards per kick return, 23 returns, 659 yards, and 1 touchdown. He's a dynamic return specialist, and they say, once he pops, He can't stop.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Number 5, worst name, Marcus Allen, safety, Penn State. Now, Marcus Allen is a good football name, but having the name Marcus Allen is going to doom you for failure and underperformance at the NFL level. You can't live up to the standard the Marcus Allen set in the NFL. First of all, Marcus, you play safety. With that name? What stupid high school coach put you in the defensive backfield? What's your name, son? Marcus Allen. Okay, you're gonna play kicker. Wait, what? I'm a running back though, coach. Okay, fine. You're a safety now. Based on every photo I've seen of Marcus Allen at Penn State, he's either the next Jameis Winston of weird football celebrations, or his true passions lie in the field of dentistry. Okay, this is where the list starts to get really good, everybody. Number 4, Frank Ragnow, center, Arkansas. Oh man, that is an unfortunate last name, Ragnow.
Oh, hey Frank, why you acting like a girl? Is it 'cause you're on the rag now? Get it? Rag now? I'm your best friend, Frank, shut the fuck up.
When I saw his name, Frank Ragnow, about 30 period jokes ran through my head. And only one Thor Ragnarok joke, surprisingly. I wish I was a more intelligent man. All I can say for sure, though, is the worst position in all of sports to be on the Ragnow is center. And not for the center, but for the quarterback. Ready! Set! Frank, give a quarterback some warning. Chill. Fucking Ragnow. Number 3. Tracy Sprinkle, defensive lineman, Ohio State Buckeyes. This one was tough because part of me wanted to make this number 1 on the best draft names. I like this name. I like it a lot. But Tracy Sprinkle should not be a football player. He should own a bakery, and I should be eating Tracy's sprinkled donuts every morning while he tells me stories about how he almost made the biggest mistake of his life by playing in the NFL and not opening a bakery. The only way I could fear the name Tracy Sprinkle is if he were a villain in a Bond movie, and Sprinkle was a reference to him sprinkling the ashes of his adversaries after he destroyed them. Number 2, and this was a contender for number 1, Will Clapp, center, LSU. Nobody wants their last name to remind them of a mildly irritating STD or something they have to do at a school assembly. Again, this is a terrible last name for a center. The Clap is a nickname for gonorrhea. So if you thought being a quarterback and sticking your hands under a Ragnow was bad, how about sliding those bad boys under number 64? Oh, who's that? Will? Will give you the clap? Soap can fix Ragnow, but you need antibiotics to rid yourself of the clap. If you look at his player bio, it doesn't help his case at all. Listed under his strengths are 2 things. 1, has good overall size for the position. 2, makes a loud piercing noise when bringing both hands together. Will Clapp. In the moment you have kind of been waiting for, the number 1 worst name in this year's draft belongs to Vita Vea. Yes, Vita Vea, the worst name in the draft. Wait, that sounds pretty cool. I bet the defensive tackle from the University of Washington not only lands a lucrative deal with Vita Water, assuming he'll start saying Vita instead of Vita, or a free lifetime stay at the Bella Vita Retirement Center when he eventually retires from the NFL, but he's a pretty damn good football player to do. Why would this be the worst name in the draft? Well, because his full name, his real name, is actually just a run-on sentence. Vita Vea is short for Tavita Tuliakiono Tui Pulioto Moses Vahe Valley Tua Vea. That is as good as I can say it in one try. If your name takes longer to say than it would take me to read War and Peace, there's no chance at hell Ian Eagle or Dan fucking Fouts will be able to spit that shit out of their stupid mouths in the announcer booth. If I need a PhD to read your name, it's not going to work in the NFL. Us NFL fans, we are stupid. And I'm sure that name has meaning, significance to the family. but I don't know where your first name stops and your last name begins. I love that it's unique, but it is simply too good to be on a football jersey. What should you do instead? I don't know. Probably something at an Ivy League school where intelligent people can say your name flawlessly. Congratulations, Vita Vea. You are number one in my book. I do have a big dick Patreon shout out for Lee Starrett, a name that would have definitely made the top 10 best draft names. Lee Starrett. With a $7.77 donation. That is lucky. Very lucky. And you too can be lucky by donating to this channel on a monthly basis on my Patreon account, patreon.com/thatsgoodsports. You can support me there. Oh yeah, thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Subscribe here on YouTube. Yes, click the video above if you want to see the 10 best names in this year's draft. I have 780 other videos for you to enjoy on this channel. So just watch all of them, please. I'm also on Twitter at Brandon Perna.